Good afternoon. How's everybody doing today? Well, as most of you know, I'm a pretty average, simple woman, and I live a pretty average, simple life. But what you may not know is that I have really big, huge dreams. I've been dreaming of financial freedom since I was in my early 20s. I've dillied in this and dallied in that, but nothing has really caught my attention as being the right system or plan that I believed would make money for me until now. But I am embarking on a journey to be an internet marketer. As part of my beginnings, I enrolled in the IM Academy in order to learn the skills and mindset that I need to be successful. Now, you're probably wondering, mindset? Why mindset? What's that got to do with internet marketing? Well, mindset is everything. Mindset is what allows you to succeed in anything that you do in life. It allows you to overcome the ups and the downs and the tribulations and the challenges in life. Is that tribulation going to cause you to fail, or is it going to make you stronger? Is the naysaying and the negative talk from other people and their negative opinions going to cause you to give up your dream and give up your goals and quit your business? Or is it going to cause you to be stronger? And are you going to turn that around and make that your reason for pushing forward? My philosophy to life up until now has been that I believe that I need to treat everybody with decency and respect and inspire and uplift them. If I believe in working hard, I believe in getting a good education. I believed in working within my means and saving as much as possible. Well, through this course, I've learned that my philosophy is only partially correct. How I treat others is important, but it's only part of the solution. Working hard is important, but working hard alone is not going to get me where I want to be. Inspiring and uplifting others without edifying myself is not going to cause me to be a leader and cause people to have trust and faith in me and want to follow me. So I also believed that sacrifice was important for my family. But none of those things have gotten me where I want to be. And you ask, why do I say that? Well, it's like the mouse that's running on that treadmill. He can run and run and run and run, and all it's really going to get him is losing weight and tiring himself out. Now, if he's wanting to lose weight, then he's right on target. But if his goal is to get out of that cage, he's never going to get out of that cage. He's going to remain right where he is. I have been that mouse. I have been that mouse that has been on that treadmill, working 365 days a year for 3 years straight. I wasn't buying anything. I was eating as little as possible. All I was doing was working. I was going into work early. I was coming home late. I was working every weekend. I was working holidays. And all it has gotten me is worn out, and I'm still in that cage. I'm still not where I want to be. Well, all of that's going to change. I am going to accomplish. What this course has taught me is that I have to use the right actions towards the right specific goals to get me where I want. Actions for action's sake don't mean anything, even if they appear like they're heading you in the right direction. They're not. You have to have an understanding of money. You have to have an understanding of how life really works in order to get where you are. And I realized that I really had a wrong idea how life is run. I did. I sacrificed for my family. I worked all the time. I homeschooled for my children, always doing for other people. And what did it get me? It got me divorced. And he married a new model 30 days after he asked me to leave, and poor. That's what it got me. I had a degree, so what's wrong? I had a degree. I worked hard all my life. I never cheated anybody or cheated on anybody. Well, what this course taught me is that I had a wrong understanding of money. I have relied my whole life on one income stream, that one income stream that pays me an hourly wage. I traded my time for money. I thought the more that I worked, the more possibility of getting ahead I would have. but it might get me $1 an hour raise, and that's about it. What I need to do is start creating time and money for myself by starting my own business and learning to invest in assets. Let me ask you a question. How many of you, like me, thought that a house was an asset? I thought my house was an asset, but it's not. An asset is something that puts money in my pocket, and a liability is something that takes money out of my pocket that I pay for, whereas an expense is just money going out the door for a service. That house that I own or that you own is not an asset until you use it to bring money into your pocket or until I bring money into my pocket. So the banks deceive you. Technically, they're not lying because a house is an asset for them, but not for me, not for you, because it brings money into their bank, but it doesn't bring money into my pocket or yours. So they may not be technically lying, but they are deceiving you because they lead you and me to believe that our homes are assets. And the more money we should make, the bigger house we should have in order to get a bigger tax break. Well, tax break, schmax break, that's small potatoes in the big scheme of things. You need to be bringing money in, not just saving money off of what you owe the government. I learned also, the second thing that I learned is that I need to invest in me. I need to invest in me in order to make my mind, my spirit, and my body whole and healthy. The first step I need to take in doing that is take an honest look at my life and determine what has been holding me back. Because I have big dreams, why haven't I acted on it? Why haven't I went out and looked for a business before now? Well, it's because of the things that I saw and heard and experienced growing up that shaped my mindset and the way that I think. My parents constantly told me, your head's in the clouds. You have no common sense. Get serious. Get education. Get straight A's. Work hard. Put your nose to the grindstone. And I did all those things. I got a degree in marketing. I got straight A's in school. I got straight A's in college. I worked my butt off for the last 3 years, 365 days a year. I worked every single holiday, and many times I worked double shifts. In the last 3 years I saved maybe $2,000 because I make so little money that there's not much coming in. So, and I don't spend, this is the only jewelry I own. Don't have any earrings, don't have any fancy jewelry, I don't buy fancy clothes. Everything I get's at Salvation Army. I bare bones. I don't smoke, I don't drink, so I don't have things that I spend my money on. But yet all I could save in 3 years' time was $2,000. That's money that I've been saving up to go visit my son. Well, I've decided I've taken that money and I've invested it in me so that down the road I can go visit my son and my daughter anytime I want. I can go to California, see my daughter in San Diego. I can go to Texas, see my son. I can take my son to Las Vegas so that he can play in a pool tournament there. I am ready to do the things that I want to do instead of spending the rest. After 20 years divorced, I thought I was going to be married forever. I didn't worry about retirement because I knew my husband was going to get retirement. I was homeschooling my children. I was taking care of my family. I thought as the good Christian woman, that's what I needed to be doing. What did I get from that? Divorce and poor. And 2 children that call me every now and then. Another thing that I grew up, even today, my brother scolds me and says that I'm too naive, I'm too kind-hearted, I don't have enough logic, I shouldn't be taking risks, risks are only going to cost me money, it's dangerous. But investing in me is not dangerous. That's what I learned from this course. Investing in me is building me up. It's going to provide me an income off of my own efforts instead of my hard efforts at work, constantly working to make them money, to make my boss money. And so I'm not going to do that anymore. As an adult, I always believed, I had to be the responsible adult. Well, really, I wasn't being an adult because I was letting others' opinions and my own self-doubts. Every time I started thinking about starting my own business or having big dreams, those memories of those things that came back into my head, get your head out of the clouds, get into reality, play it safe, all kept coming crashing, and I didn't think I deserved to have success and to move forward. But really, a real adult does not let other people's opinions cause them to lose their dreams. Other people's opinions don't become their reality. I let other people's opinions of me become my reality. I don't have to ask permission to do anything. I'm an adult. In the past, whenever I thought about doing something, I would go and get my shepherd's opinion at church, or I would go to some other wise person and ask for their opinion. But when I decided to do this, I went and asked nobody's opinion, because the only thing that matters is my opinion and my belief that I can do this, because I can see it's very logical how this is going to work, and I'm going to be able to create something for myself. So I realized that those thoughts that kept playing in my head were self-limiting and self-fulfilling prophecies. I was making those negative thoughts my reality. So I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm going to make what I know to be true my reality. I'm going to make my dreams true. I must move forward to become an adult, to become believing in myself and the person that I can and will be. Well, how do I? But the question is, how do I get all of those conditioning that I had over the years has gone into my subconscious. I don't barely think about it. It's just there, and it affects every action I make every single day. How do I get beyond that and move beyond it? It's simple. All I need is a why, a big fat why, a why that is so big that it will get me beyond all of the negative self-talk. Satan's lies whispering in my ears won't mean anything anymore, because I have faith in a God who believes in me and is going to make things happen. If I have the faith of a mustard seed, or even more than that, I can move that mountain. And if I can move that mountain, I can build this business. And, it's as simple as this. And my answer is that I'm never going to give up. I want time and freedom to live this life now while I'm healthy and full of energy. I want to live and see the world. I've wanted to travel since I was a teenager. I joined the military and ended up at Fort Campbell, a few hours from my house. Then I ended up in the desert. Not exactly my idea of traveling during a war. And that's the extent of my traveling. Well, I did go to California to learn Arabic, but that's about the most traveling I've done in my life, except for when I was a teenager and went as an exchange student. I want to see the world. I want to take people with me. I want to bring people. I want to teach other people how to be successful so that we can go on this journey together. I want them to see that I love myself and believe myself so much that they'll want to follow me, because they're going to want what I want, and they're going to have enough faith in me that they're going to let go of their fears and their self-doubts, and they're going to begin to believe and have dreams again, and those dreams are going to be strong enough to move them into action. And then we're going to travel the world together.